Right. Of course our final mission for the campaign is another castle infiltration, because we can't use the army that came out to help us in the previous mission. We're just gonna go in like a lone wolf against the Oda. Not that the armies we fought alongside have been all that useful, but still, I don't think I can overstate just how much I don't like this type of mission in this game. Why is that man not dead yet? I'm serious. If Nobunaga was so against people surrendering to him before, why would he be accepting of it now?
Kenyo-sanよ。あんたはあんたのすべきことをしていくんだろうな。俺は俺のすべきことをするさ。
Awkward thing to say when you're a mercenary who spent a great deal of your life fighting other people's battles for them. Right, so we're just going to completely ignore the rest of the Saika mercenaries. It's not like they were doing much anyway. Again? I can't help feeling that kind of booby trap doesn't actually belong inside a Japanese castle. Not only does it clash with the aesthetic for the place as a whole, it just feels incredibly inconvenient for the people trying to defend the place. How many times have I mentioned that in this playthrough so far? And how many more times will we be revisiting the same castles over and over again? You're gonna snipe him from inside his own castle. And of course, he somehow didn't notice a man next to him getting shot as he randomly stands in this chamber. Can we really call it sniping at this point? Right, too much to hope for we'd be able to finish things on the bottom floor. Though that would have been a nice change of pace from all the other castle missions. I'm not even sure why I haven't started fast-forwarding through these missions already just to get them over with. It's certainly not because I'm especially connected to the sound design. We've heard most, if not all, the tracks by now, and while I do like the sound of spoken Japanese, considering I've been talking over it in this playthrough, I don't think that's what's stopping me. And considering how I tend to use nothing but the most basic combo over and over in a given mission, it's not like the action we're seeing is especially amazing to watch. One floor down, 4 more to go. Assuming, of course, I'm not misremembering. If I am misremembering, please tell me there's actually fewer floors for us to deal with. Oh, please. How is that any more impressive than the other time we fought against you in this campaign? Or am I just having a hard time actually noticing the impressive stuff, since I've commented on over 7 hours of footage at this point? I'd ask why his clothes seem to emphasize his ass, but we generally don't notice it outside of his death scene. Probably because the mask and kama he uses draw our attention. Still a bit of an odd decision to have Fishnet be the only thing between your ass cheeks and the air. But then, we're currently running around with a guy who decided to have a bandolier before bullets even came in cartridges. And not too long ago, we fought as a man with a sword that had some very impractical curves. I don't think the character designers were going for great appearances when they were coming up with everybody's looks. Just ways to make sure we can tell who is who without having to fully rely on the name above the health bar. Though with how distinctive Oichi looked, despite how few female characters there are, I'd rather not think too hard what they were going for with each individual character's looks. Again, you'd think with the sheer number of times I've been to this castle before, I'd know it pretty well, but here I am, making the same mistake in the same spot again. Why would you even bother having this many ninjas on the floor when they don't seem any stronger than the usual samurai we run into? It's not even like they're slowing us down that much with the way we're ignoring them, outside of when they just drop on top of us. Huh, well that's certainly a random place for her to stand guard.
女性には手を挙げないって信念があるさ。
Since when? We fought against both Oichi and No in the previous mission and there was no problem then. Sure, it's a decent character-specific shift in the usual dynamic, but it would have been nice to see it outside of this single mission. It has more of an impact if there's something consistent, not something that pops up when it's just a little inconvenient for us. I probably could have made things easier on us if I just ignored the other officers as well, but what can I say? I'm kinda the bloodthirsty type. I can ignore massive numbers of repeating enemies if need be, and if the objectives say don't kill someone, I can choose to go along with that objective. But otherwise, I show no mercy. So I'm kinda looking forward to playing as the Demon King, even if his missions probably aren't gonna feel too different from any of the others we've gone through so far in the game. At the very least, the game hasn't done a great job convincing me he's a contemptible villain. At most, we've got one action that crossed the line. And considering what I know about the other two Japan unifiers, at least historically speaking, him killing someone surrendering is bloody tame. Seriously, don't just tell us he's a villain, actually let him exercise those villain muscles. It's not like I'm the kind of player who's completely against taking the role of an unapologetic heel, after all. We've played as the Decepticons in some Transformers games, and it's not like this series is ever likely to get into what the Japanese did to Christians after they cut themselves off from foreign trade for a few hundred years. Starting to think I played through this mission drunk when I was recording, or just very late at night. Why else would I be going around in circles instead of finding, at this point, the only possible path forward from here? A path that I have gone through before, and probably discovered sooner than this in those earlier runs. Seriously, this is getting embarrassing. Have you ever had that awkward moment where you look at what you've been doing and think, yeah, this was a big waste of time and effort? Because if you have, then YouTube and Twitch are the places for you to meet others of your kind. We are quirky and welcoming. And finally, after several embarrassing minutes followed by taking a closer look at the bloody map, I finally rediscover the path that I've traveled through several times already in this game. Huh. I could have sworn the absurdly large staircase was on the next floor, not this one. Again, you'd think I'd memorize these things better. Look. Guys. I respect the fact that you still want to attack us after we killed Hanzo, but you've got less chance against us than the little girl. So go back home and reevaluate your lives. I can assume, since we didn't kill No in the previous mission, that she's gonna show up in a similar way on the next floor. Funny, but it's not like we've actually seen Magoichi do much womanizing outside of the campaign's cutscene. Not that this game has too many females in the cast for him to flirt with, and as far as I can tell, no female regular troops either. Oh god, I just went through another circle? Good thing there's no heavy machinery for anyone to trust me with in this time period here. Very well, Keiji, let's have some fun. Not much of a fight since you couldn't do anything against the bullets, but still, that was nice compared to running away from the preteen downstairs. Oh, how I wish the personalities of these characters had more of a chance to shine. Unfortunately, the bare-bones plot we've had to deal with in all these campaigns so far hasn't given us much to work with. Somehow the way Magoichi said that sounded off. At least if the translators didn't outright lie about what he said there. Based on his tone, that was less of a joking, yeah, be seeing you later, and more of a, oh god, I hope I never see this bastard again. Probably doesn't help that it's a reasonably common exchange in English, and I'm used to the sort of tone of voice people use when saying it in my native language. Right. Too much to hope that the special attack would help us get some more health there. Huh. Oddly disappointed we didn't run into No down there, but there's no way that Nobunaga's wife would be absent when we're... Oh, son of a fucking bitch. There's more than 5 floors in this castle? Haven't we already smacked you around enough for one campaign for you to have a measure of the man by now? Well, at least that floor was a fast one. That's a small mercy.
今度はもっといい場所で会いましょう。
And just what's more romantic than the home of her husband, who we're about to Okay, never mind I said anything. That sounded creepier than I thought it would. As a side note, that's one of the more polite door openings we've seen in this game.
どこだ。
I don't see how this is a standoff, or why we need to hear Magoichi breathing.
死ぬか。
You had the barrel pointed at his head. How did you manage to hit him in the gut from there? I know muskets had iffy accuracy, but not at that range.
俺は会えてよかったのかもな。そうか。そうだな。俺の敵はあんただけだって言いたい。
I wish this made more sense, but this campaign never actually showed why Magoichi considers him a personal enemy. Did he just use a Muso attack twice in a row with no charge up? He kinda deserved to kill us with that bullshit, but since he didn't, we're kinda done here.
勝利の女神にまで惚れられてるんだよね。
You'd think his wife would think to come up the stairs and attack Magoichi from behind or something. And just why does his cutscene rifle lack the bayonet we've been so reliant on in these missions?
ウヌは何を望む。信長を撃って何が変わる。変わらぬ。変わらぬわ。乱世も民の苦しみもそれでも撃つか。後悔は聞かぬ覚悟は。わしが背負っ
The
た棒になる
hesitation
覚
to
悟
shoot
はウヌにある。
feels a bit too forced. But then so did the grudge as it was portrayed here as well.
てめえは黙ってな。
Didn't see a flash from his gun or any pool of blood after the
確
headshot.
かにすごい。
So I'm not really sure if he even actually finished him off there.
それぞれ重いものを背負ってそうやって生きてるんだ。それを踏みにじる権利はあんたにも誰にもねえよ。
I know that sounds profound and all that, but it's a little hard to judge how heavy or light someone's burden is unless you actually try to carry it yourself.